What's up, winos? Happy Earth Day. This is Blake from House Wine in Austin with wine number 8 in our Wine Folly 34 wine tasting challenge. And today we're tasting Sangiovese. Sangiovese is the most widely planted grape varietal in all of Italy, and I thought it would be appropriate on Earth Day to taste Sangiovese from a region that really celebrates the natural beauty of its environment and expresses that beautifully in the wine, and that is Chianti Classico. Chianti Classico is in the heart of Chianti in Tuscany, and this is a family producer. This is from the Paladin family. This is Castelvecchi. Tomorrow in our live tasting, we'll actually be tasting Sangiovese from Texas and really get to compare those different wines and see how that varietal changes based on its environment, which I think will be really fun, and especially talking about Earth Day this week. I'm going to go ahead and grab my nice white sheet of paper so I can assess color on this wine. The color on this is a nice ruby red. There's a little hint of purple. There's a slight rim variation. I see like a little bit of garnet toward the rim, but it's not very much. And then the viscosity on this is a nice medium, between medium plus. On the nose, this wine is really earthy on the nose. It leads with a lot more herbaceousness, oregano, thyme. There's some soft, like violety florals, some like kind of clay, earthy notes. And then there is some fruit as well. The fruit is red and black, it plums, berries, nice and fresh. And then on the palate, all of that fruit is there on the palate as well. Red and black fruit, plums, black cherry. There's also this really cool signature Sangiovese note of tomato, which is really fun and makes Chianti a super great pair for anything tomato sauce. All of those cooking herbs are still there and in abundance. Oregano, thyme, there's very savory notes, lots of those umami kind of earthy flavors, clay, and then the acidity on this is nice and like medium plus. I'm salivating quite a bit, as are the tannins. This wine is pretty dry as well. I'd put them at medium plus. And then the alcohol on this is also like a nice medium, I would say. And then there's no evidence of oak on this wine as far as flavor goes, but when I put this wine on my palate, it's got really beautiful texture. So I would assume that this wine sees a little bit of neutral oak, so oak that's been used multiple times just to give the wine some oxygen and some texture. In conclusion, this wine is super complex. I love all of the earthy, savory elements, but there's enough fruit to make it really drinkable. On the balance here, this is one of my favorite wines to give our bartenders to blind, so when they have to guess what the wine is, because the tannins and acid are both about at the same level. They're both pretty high. They cancel each other out because tannins make our mouth feel really dry and acid makes our mouth water. So it makes this wine incredibly balanced, and it's actually something you can drink on its own or pair with food really, really well. Do I like this wine? Absolutely. I think this wine is super great. Chianti is one of those things that sometimes you need food with, and I don't think this is necessary with this, but it also would pair super, super well with one of our like sausage pepperoni bowl pizzas, or if you're doing like harder cheeses like pecorino romano, that'd be a killer pair. We do have our picnic packs available today and tomorrow for National Picnic Day tomorrow, and then we'll be doing our live tasting tomorrow afternoon, so join us for that. Thank you guys so much. Cheers.